What's that? Like Martin Lawrence would say. So, day 2, actually still day 1, find the real zeros of a polynomial function. Now we got one where we have a number greater than 1 in the front, the leading guy. Alright, so you got the 2 in the leading guy, the 2x to the third. Now, what you want to do is find the possible real zeros of the last constant, which is the 15. Alright, you have the plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 15. Those are the possible real zeros of the 15. The factors, okay? Not multiples of factors. So now we have number 2, lists all possible real zeros of the leading coefficient, which is 2. This guy. Alright, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2. Alright. Now the last thing, which the rational zero theorem talks about, lists possible real zeros of the constant over the leading coefficient. So it's plus or minus 1, alright, over plus or minus 1, which will give you 1 back. So it comes back as plus or minus 1. You got plus or minus 1 over 2, boom. Then you got plus or minus 3 over 1, which comes back. Plus or minus 3 over 2, and so forth. And you keep on going. So these give you all the possibilities down here. Alright? What you want to do is pick one, alright, and do synthetic division and see if you get a zero as a remainder. So we're going to do that next. So I'll give you guys time to copy. And there it is. These are all the possibilities of your possible real zeros of this polynomial function. So these are all your answers down here. You don't have to include these two. This takes care of these two, and then at the end, in a nutshell. So copy that down. So you ready? So I'm going to erase this. Let me erase the top. Keep the function up there. What we're going to do is pick one of those possibilities and see if we get zero as a remainder. And if it's okay if you don't get a zero as a remainder, it's all right. It's no worry, okay? Just like Snoop says, 1, 2, 3 into the phone. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the top. So let's get this in there. So we're gonna let's pick 3. So we're gonna pick 3. Put them in this little dungeon there, okay? Put 2, list your coefficients on the side here, just bring them down. Bring down to 2. Alright. See if this is going to work out for you. 3 times 2, 6. Bring it up. Negative 3 plus 6, 3. 3 times 3, 9. Negative 14 plus 9, negative 5. Wow. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Wow, we lucked out. We got a zero as a remainder. And you can actually label that there to remind yourself. Okay, so this is going to be 3 is one of your possible zeros. We found them. So 3 is a real zero. Alright, now what we have to do. This is going to be your coefficients of the next polynomial you're going to set equal to 0. Alright, so let's bring this down. This is going to be 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals 0. Okay, so remember, 1 power lower than the polynomial up here. X squared, x, then you got the constant, then you set equal to 0. Now, we know how to do this. We can solve this either by factoring the quadratic formula or completing the square, which you learned about 3 weeks ago or a month ago, which that's the last thing we want to do. So let's see if we can factor them. So we can get rid of this since we know all the possibilities. We hit 1. Just got 2 more to get. Okay, so let's go bottoms up, which we talked about. The shortcut. So it's product of your a and c terms. We talked about that ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. That's this guy. Okay, so product of a times c, which is negative 10, add up to 3. So So we're looking for two numbers that have a product of -10 but add up to +3. What are those two numbers? Well, that has to be what? +5 and negative what? 2. 5 times -2 is -10, and 5 minus 2 gives you +3. Now, what am I going to do with bottoms up here? You're going to put them over the leading coefficient, which is 2. So 5 over 2, bring them down. This becomes -1/1. Now, bottoms up, this is going to be 2x plus what? 5. X minus 1. Set them equal to 0. Okay? If you set 2x plus 5 equal to 0, all right, you're going to get -5 over 2, which I'll show you over here. Subtract 5 both sides. There's your second 0, of course. Okay, so you got 3 as your original one, which we found. All right, doing our guess and check. All right, using synthetic division. Then we got -5 halves. Then you're gonna set x minus 1 equal to 0. That's obvious. And you get x equals 1. So you got 1, -5 over 2, and 3 as your 3 real zeros. Boom. And you can do any problem on page 133 for homework. It's done just like this one, okay? And these are the steps that you take. And if there are any questions, then please ask me, or you can contact me on Google Classroom, whatever you want to do. Have a nice day.